When Women Speak.
And New Jersey Poetry Events presents
When People Speak.
Poetry and conversation with pop-up poetry guests.
Your hosts will be Amira, Shabazz, Bilal.
And your co-host, James C. Ellerby.
I'm going to move this show along, and I see one of my favorite people back there in the green room. He is one of the members of Three the Art Way. He has a family, a magnificent family that he is well rooted from, and I'm going to bring him to the stage. His brother Samad Onque. And I'm going to, for once and for all, get the pronunciation of that last name correct. Although I am a family member, let's just put that out there. Yes, I am a family member.
Right.
So how do I say my last name?
Onque.
Onque. So I am forever corrected. It is Onque, and even though they will answer to Onque, I'm going to say it correctly from now on. I'm going to take a moment and read Samad Onque's bio so that everyone will know a little bit about this brother before we actually begin our conversation. So this is Samad. Samad, for as long as he could remember, he was connected to the arts and comics. He has a nurturing for his love for both. He has a nurturing and a love for both since his early beginnings growing up in Newark, New Jersey. He is a comic book collector. He developed an appreciation for the unique storytelling and artistry. With a fine arts degree from Morgan State University. Woo, 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 HBCU in the house. Samad has become a portrait painter, a magnificent one, a graphic designer, a muralist. He was one of the 16 artists selected to participate in designing and creating the East Orange Black Lives Matter mural. Samad is also the co-founder of Onque Comics, writers and creators of Ratchet Man and Super Sketch Painter, as well as being one third of the art tandem, Three the Art Way. That includes his mother, Yvonne, and his brother, Suleiman. His goal is to provide strong, unique stories and images for people of color where we can identify with and be proud of. He's been blessed with the opportunity to develop a connection with others by doing something he totally loves with a passion, and he is very passionate about, and he doesn't take for granted. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to welcome one of my most favorite people, one of my most favorite artists, Brother Samad. Hey now.
Hey, peace.
Peace. I bet you were surprised to be invited to be on When People Speak, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah, so why don't you tell everybody how somebody dragged you onto this platform for you to talk about yourself and your art?
Well, we currently have a art exhibition going on in Baltimore, which is called Two Suns and a Star. And Sister Mira was kind enough to come and visit the exhibition. And as she was checking out the art and we were talking, she just kind of threw it out there and asked if I would be open and willing to share a little bit about what I do. I said, hey, if Amira asked, I got to say yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are.
I'm laughing because you know very well that I brought those pieces. I got that piece hanging in my living room. James, why don't you show some of the art so Samad can give us some background on why I love this artist so much. So yeah, I'm walking around the gallery and I'm just admiring his work, and this is one of his pieces. And I'll be the first to tell you, one of the things that drew me to Samad's work is, as a Muslim, as a practicing Muslim, art is kind of one of those things that we have to be selective of what we can hang in our houses. In other words, we don't hang images with faces and that kind of thing. So whenever I see an artist that can give me some kind of abstract work or give me some kind of art where there aren't any features, I'm automatically drawn. So this is what I was looking at. So, Samad, tell me about this piece.
This particular piece is called Rejoice. And I think I painted this back in, I want to say 2017, maybe a little earlier, I'm not certain. And basically, it's an expressionist painting about, us as people, how dance is a big part of our life, as well as expression and spiritualism. So I wanted to invoke all three of those things in this particular piece. I was given some Alvin Ailey vibes in this as well. And I just wanted to just try to, because I am, I tend to do realistic paintings as well. I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to how I approach a particular piece. And with this one, I wanted to go with more of a abstract feel to, deal with more of the emotion rather than the, trying to make the people look exactly the way they're supposed to look.
That's a beautiful piece, Samad. James, do we have any more that Samad can talk about? Samad?
Yes, this particular piece right here, it's called The Curve Council. And again, what I wanted to do is, I believe that, women are, the most beautiful thing on the planet. That's just my opinion. And, women come in all shapes and sizes. And, African American women in particular, we're, they're curvy and, it just harkens back to, way back to the Hottentot, and how, you know, in some respects, our women were almost, shamed for being curvy. Now you look today, and you got people putting injections in their body, trying to look, the way that, our women are naturally.
Mm.
But at the same time, I just wanted to show that, regardless of who you are and what your, background is, whether you're African American, what have you, women come in all shapes and sizes, and we have curves. And I just wanted to pretty much, uh, you know, uh, put light on that and emphasize that and give credence and give props to women, to curvy women.
So, James, we have one more, I believe, right? Now, Samad, when we get to the piece that you and I discussed, you
Okay.
stopped me. Okay, have we passed it already, or
No.
we did you send it to me?
I did.
Okay,
I think
all right.
that was in the first
The,
set of.
the first one. Okay, we'll go back to it after we see. I think we have two more. All right, how about this one?
Okay, this one is part of a set of two, and this one is called the Crooner. And this is actually the second. The first one, I guess you'll see before that was the Songstress, and this had a whole feel of Harlem Renaissance, and just those old singers, and just that whole vibe. Again, and I wanted to use the use of color, and I this is when I was really working with pastel. This is a pastel piece. The original is, and I just wanted to use the color to have that whole smoky feel of a old 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 joint where a jazz singer or a blues singer, you can see him in there, and if you look real close in the background, you can see a trumpet player and a bass player, and that was just something I was just experimenting with.
This is a beautiful piece. This is a beautiful piece. Like I could see this hanging in one of my family members' homes because they're all into music, trumpet players, musicians, and things like that. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. It reminds me, just like you said, of a smoky jazz club.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the next piece, the one that follows this one.
Okay, yes, that was the first one. This is the Songstress, and again, there was a set of two. Songstress, she was the first one, and again, you know, um, this is a homage to all those beautiful sultry singers, Holiday, Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, and all those. And I just didn't want to just do one. I just wanted to kind of just encompass all of those into this one singer, and I just had the old I put it kind of like a church hat on her, kind of to give credence to the roots, those old blues roots. Those blues roots go back to the church, and things of that nature. And this particular one, in the background, you can see the a piano player and a saxophone player on that.
She kind of reminds me of Zora Neale Hurston as well.
Yes, yes.
So she could be a poetess as well. So I'm just going to make her be, in my mind, a poetess. And
you got it.
I also want to talk about the fact that your art, you said that you do a lot of realistic painting. And I wanted to point out to some of the people who are my Facebook friends, social media. Recently on IG and Facebook, I posted a picture of me and my husband standing in front of Betty and Malcolm Shabazz. I want everybody to know that that piece was also one of Samad Onque's pieces, and you could see the magic, the beauty, the power of his brush in that piece and how real it looked, and it just spoke to me. So I had to at least stand in front of it and take that picture. So if you're interested in any of this artwork, we're going to throw out how you can reach Samad Onque, and he is, again, a part of Free the Art Way. But before we go any further, I want to go back to the first painting that you've done here, that you shared with us. I'm thinking James could help us get back to the first one, because as I was touring the gallery, it was Two Suns and a Star.
Yes.
It was in Baltimore, Maryland. Beautiful space, beautiful art. All three of the artists had work on exhibit there. It was just such a beautiful space. And the next time they have gallery exhibits, I'm going to shout it out. I want you guys to go and check them out and buy some art. I've also have been asked to exhibit with them, and I felt so honored being pulled into their space. It was such a beautiful gallery. But this piece right here, it really spoke to me. And so when I did the impromptu interview with Samad at the gallery, he told me something very special, which connects this piece to our show, When People Speak. Samad, why did you paint this piece, and who did you present this piece to?
The reason why I painted this piece, this particular one, now we may be a little confused because is this the piece that we were discussing, or was it worship houses?
I'm gonna give you a little hint. It has to do with a proposal to someone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I put you on the spot, bro. I hope she's listening.
She's not, but yeah. This was around the time when I I knew my wife, and this is around the time we actually began to see each other as more than friends. And it was around the time I was actually into my spoken word thing. I was, let's say, I was just getting out of a relationship, and I just needed to just decompress and do something different. And spoken word was a way of helping me kind of exercise some demons, as well as just getting back into the arts. So yeah. Thank you for putting me on the spot.
I'm gonna tell the real story. I'm sorry. I'm about embarrassing people, like especially strong Black men. Well, what I was told was I need to impress this young lady. I need to show her that I was a cool kind of guy, that I could paint, I could take pictures because he is a photographer as well, and I could also spit some rhymes. I'm a poet. Guess what? And after he showed her his work and then spit some lines of poetry, how long y'all been married?
Going on 16 years.
Y'all brothers better learn how to do some poetry. I'm just saying. All right. So Samad, you ready to share some of that poetry that you wooed your wife with?
Yeah.
Reluctantly, huh?
Well, no, yeah. Well, I'll say this. It's not my wheelhouse, of course, and you guys have some wonderful, wonderful poets on here, and it's a pleasure for me to share amongst all those great poets. So, although it's not my wheelhouse, so to speak, I am going to share something at the request of Sister Amira. So you guys bear with me. And I'm going to, again, exercise some demons here. This is something that is, we talked about me and, developing my relationship with my wife. This right here is going to touch on me and my relationship with my children, or one of them in particular. And it's called Be You. So I've been watching you since forever, and I see you. I see me in you. God in you. All that's good and free in you. Much Love in you. Hope of what can be in you. The possibility in you. Proud of what I see in you. And all that I see you are becoming right before my eyes. Becoming. And it's strange because I see change and growth, and I have issues with both. Not to mention, I view it as dissension from the plan, and the plan being my expectations. Because my hopes of who you are and what you are becoming don't jive. They no longer coincide. And they probably never did. Maybe I was watching through cloudy lenses, and all I saw was you as my kid. And I struggle to understand, to make sense of what is. It's obvious I ain't ready to let go and to let live. I still want to play protector because daddy knows what's best. Maybe I'll just want to check you because this change has got me stressed. And if it's a test, then I need more study time. So I'll be more prepared for this. And in time, I will find my way back to watching you and knowing that I still can see me in you. God in you. All that's good and free in you. Much Love in you. Hope of what can be in you. Proud of what I see in you. And understand that all you'll ever have to do is just be you. Thank you.
When I catch my breath, I know my way back to Baltimore. I got some words for you, but what do you mean that's not your forte? That was like the best poem I've heard from a man about his kids. Are you kidding me? Don't you? I'm gonna tell you like your mother always telling me. Don't you ever downplay you or your talent ever again, man. That was absolutely beautiful. There's so many people out there on the social media line yelling, "Beautiful! What an inspiration! Love this brother. Where did he come from? He came from the royal family." I'm just gonna answer that for you guys. That poetry was beautiful, Samad. I hope you decide to come back. I think you have a lot more to share with us.
We'll see. You can reach us at 3theartway.com, the number 3theartway.com. We're also on Facebook at 3theartway.com. I'm on Facebook at Samad Onque. Also on IG at Artcat Onque, and that's ARTCAT T_ON_Q. Don't ask me why it was, but and yeah, and we're also on IG as 3 The Art Way as well as Goddess Wearable Art and Slim Sully Art World on IG.
Okay, so like Suleiman's back and he's to unmute himself, but I think he has some words to say to his. I don't know if you're the younger brother or he's the younger brother. Who's who?
I'm the younger brother, and I just want to
Yeah, right.
say
That told you right there
Yeah.
that you're not.
brother, I'm proud of you. You know, showing the world where I get some of my talent from. So showing the world what we do and how we get down and where it gets down and how we throw down for our crown for whatever sound. It's coming from the heart. You my brother. I looked at you from the start. So I'm looking over your shoulder as you create. So now we're going to have that great debate. But we creating for the same team. 3 The Art Way. We real mean. We on that art scene, poetry scene. We a real team. And we doing big things. And always having big dreams. But we're going to never stop because there's no top on our top. You understand? That means it's nonstop. Call the cops because we are making all types of artistic crimes, dropping poetic lines, and we still consistently shine. We divine. And we rhyme if we want to. I don't want to confront you because we're on the same team, I said. Together, we'll do it and we'll stay well fed.
Woo! All right. That's Suleiman Onque. I've been corrected on the spot.
Yeah, I see that. But you know what? You got it, though. You said at least 5 times. You got it now.
No, because then Samad put on his Instagram on cue, so then I'm going to be confused again the next time I read that. So anyway, it's Onque. We have 2/3 of 3 The Art Way.
However you address, I'm sure we'll answer.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Just as you both have answered the call this evening to be on When People Speak, we have thoroughly enjoyed you. We thoroughly enjoy your art. Suleiman, you're all over the place with your murals. Just so that the people can understand, in East Orange right now, there's a Black Lives mural that these guys and several other artists have painted. You can see that. That's local. And if you're in the Baltimore area before the mid-June, you can go to the gallery, which is featuring a lot of their artwork. And they also sometimes have it virtually. And I have a lot of their pieces on my page as well. So gentlemen, brothers, thank you so much for sharing the stage here on When People Speak. And I just want to say, watch out, because when Amira steps into the house, she has a way of pulling people on stage when they least expect it. Ask someone.
We love you. We appreciate you.
Hey, the love is mutual. Thank you guys, and thank you for coming to When People Speak.
Promote your business live on When People Speak. Our promo videos are 35 seconds. They're ran for 3 shows, and it's a good way to grow your business. Support our platform at a low promotion fee. And remember, your business matters. And you can do that by emailing us at whenpeoplespeak@gmail.com. So support When People Speak. Be a sponsor. Be part of the family. We know you're enjoying the show so far, and this is how you can show your support of When People Speak. You can donate now at Cash App, $Amira Shabazz. So support the artists, support the platform. You are the ones that make this show possible. So continue to allow more impactful, inspiring shows by donating now.